Think of something that you want to achieve, that you want your team to achieve. Something that feels impossible, beyond your capacity. What would your life be like if you actually achieved it? As Navy SEALs, we consistently reach beyond our limits. And I'd like to share a particular moment where I had to overcome my impossible. See, in my experience, I have found that people operate at 20% of their capacity. So when you hand them the ability to unlock the other 80%, they actually do. And that process is simple, but not easy. In 2009, after 20 years of being in the SEAL teams, I was in charge of a SEAL platoon in Afghanistan. And we had to go deep into the mountains to go after some Chechnyan fighters. What makes it impossible is that we were outnumbered. We didn't know we were outnumbered. I had a small section of 8 guys that I had separated from our main element to take over a building. We found ourselves there all day long. We got hit by the biggest combat engagement that I'd ever experienced in my life. We were surrounded by Taliban fighters. I had personally been blown up by a rocket and was laying face down on the ground, feeling the impossible weight of leadership. I was in pain, I was tired, I felt alone. All I heard my body saying was, "This is it, it's over." And I remember experiencing a calm that most people never get to experience. I could hear all the bullets hitting, I could see bullets in front of me landing on the ground, and I couldn't move. And then I heard my wife, Stacy, say, "Don't fear dying, it makes you weak, and fight your way home." And in that moment, my life changed. I stood up, I got back engaged, I got my body armor back on, put my helmet on, and I went up next to the window that I could see out of, and a sniper from about 638 yards away took a shot and just missed my eye. My impossible task is I had to kill the sniper who had me pinned down in the room. The only way I could do that was to expose myself and pull the trigger before he could pull the trigger. The only problem is I pulled it about a second before he did, and he shot my helmet off. And as exciting as that is, I had to do it again to confirm that I had actually made the impact. So in the second time that I had to shoot at the sniper was when I had given up on myself. I had said to Stacy in my mind that I'll never see her again, but this is my only solution, was to shoot the guy. So I went back, I exposed myself again and shot several times and found out that my first round had actually hit him. But what I'd learned from that has been transcendent for me. I had given up and my body had given up. And the only thing that changed for me was my wife saying, "Don't fear dying, it makes you weak, and to fight your way back to us." That changed me. What was so unique was that the men also were down and mentally agreeing that we were going to die. Because when you're outnumbered and you don't have any ammo, it really feels like you should give up. All I needed to do as a leader was change their internal dialogue so that they could process staying in the fight. And they fought. So we fought for 45 minutes. And at the end of it, we had to call in a bomb on our location, which we thought was going to kill us. It actually killed all the Taliban and buried us, and we all survived. We killed the enemy soldiers and our own enemies within. I now dedicate my life to teaching leaders and teams to lead during chaos. And truly internal dialogue drives human performance. Learning to master it is the key to expanding your capacity and your team's capacity to achieve the impossible. For nearly a decade since retiring from the SEAL teams, I've been developing and refining a learnable and proven methodology that we have used to train over 400 clients successfully to expand their capacity in 5 main areas of life. They are health, wealth, relationship, learning, and spiritual. Now let's go back to that impossible thing you want to achieve. By expanding your capacity in each of these 5 areas, the impossible becomes possible. We're ready to help you get there. Go and learn a little bit more about our training methods and then contact us to get started.